Hello everyone, David Sims here, and welcome to another episode of HIPAA Answers, where we answer your questions to help you in your pursuit of HIPAA compliance. Thank you so much for joining us today, and today we have a great question from Aaron. Okay, Aaron, are you ready?
Ready, go!
Hello, my name is Aaron Fryer, and I'm calling from Tennessee. And thank you very much for helping me with HIPAA. I've listened to all 6 episodes, and they have been extremely helpful in helping me maintain compliance education as a compliance officer. I have a question regarding the destruction of an all-in-one printer, fax copier, and scanner that may have confidential PHI information on the equipment. I would like to know if there is a checklist or protocol that I need to follow in destroying or removing the item from our office, and if there's anything in particular we need to do with the hard drive that may have the PHI information on it. Thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to the Friday episode, and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Aaron, thanks so much for your question. And to answer your question, I would say that first we need to look at, does your device have a hard drive in it? You said it's a multifunction device. If that multifunction device has a hard drive in there, then yes, you more than likely will have some type of information on there that's going to be PHI. If you're using that in the office, you're scanning documents or using it for printing, then yes, you will have information on there that's more than likely PHI. So how you handle that is going to be based on what your policy and your procedure is within your office on handling that. So the first thing I would say is look at what your policy and procedure is around that. If you don't have a policy and procedure around that, then step one is to create one. You definitely want to have that documentation in place that says, how do we handle these things in our office? In addition to how you handle that, one thing you need to make sure that you address is if it does have a hard drive in there with information on it, that you document how that is handled. For instance, if you have a company that comes in and they're going to destroy the data on that drive, then you need to have some type of documentation from that company that it was actually done. Even if it doesn't have PHI on there, let's say you're not really sure, it's still best to go ahead and get that destruction done and get that documented. Now, other ways that you can do that is you can take the hard drive out. You can physically damage it. Some people use a drill and just drill a hole through it or multiple holes through it. Some people take hammers or sledgehammers and just beat the crap out of it. It doesn't really matter how you destroy it as long as it is destroyed and you've documented that it's destroyed and you keep that documentation. And also, I'll go back and say as well, the policies and procedures have to say that you're going to do that. So you want to make sure if your policy is that you're going to destroy it yourself, and it should also outline how that's going to be done and then document that process that you're doing. And once you have those two pieces together, you have the policy, the procedure, you followed through and you documented, then you've done everything that you needed to do to handle that hard drive or that PHI that may be in electronic format. And again, I'll say, even if you don't know if it's PHI on there, you're better off taking the precautionary measure of just having it destroyed anyway. Aaron, thank you again for your question. If you would like to have your question possibly featured on the HIPAA Answers podcast, head on over to our website at helpmewithhipaa.com and you can leave us a voice message right there on our homepage. If leaving a voicemail doesn't sound appealing to you, then simply email us right from our contact page. Thanks again for listening, and until next time, remember, HIPAA is not about compliance. It's about patient care.